Hello and welcome back. Okay, before we go any forward, I forgot to check my loot. Okay, we got a mist wake ring. And that was it. Oh, and I forgot to start the timer. It's not yet ready to release you to the sweet mediations of manual labor. Ah, yes, the repairs. Are you certain you want to be put to work? If you come all the way out to visit us, you must have more important things in mind, and you're already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. The whole continent? Did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We actually came from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? No, sorry, of course you were sure. Would be rude of me to doubt you. It's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that it must come as something of a shock. But this is our first time in Treno, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That is why we proposed lending a hand to those in need. I see, in that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. Might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear, though. Even in their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folk, after all. We would appreciate that. Thank you, Lamol. You're the ones doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this batch. I'll deliver some to Town Hall so you can attend to areas you haven't seen yet. If we split up, we can spend more time speaking with the locals while ensuring everyone receives the remedy promptly. Can you each take a portion? Rest assured that I can handle pouring liquid into a cup. I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me divide this up. Zevin, why don't you make rounds of the southern part of the city? Ra and I shall tend to the north. Right, let's go and acquire some insights. I can't remember what game that I saw recently that had something about a sleepless remedy. I think it was like, what was that, Prepper Simulator or whatever? You must be one of those visitors Lumol mentioned. Odd place to be visiting, though. A grounding herbal remedy formerly to ameliorate the effects of lightning exposure, guaranteed to free weary townsfolk of their torpor. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy. Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharge energy for my troubles. It bought on the living sickness something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of the creature that finds their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable, of course. Tan them with the right stuff, and you can turn them into protective clothing that helps you from getting sapped. The beasts you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. Not even using the sentient ones, such as the Jabberwocks, who are wearing clothes. Oh, well, you're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. Oh, you've brought a sleepless respidy. Bless you, I'm dead on my feet after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skills sharp, though, so in a way, I'm glad for it. And I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, and I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. The thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. Do you wish to know of summoning? Expand the guild into another sphere. There's a fresh face if I ever saw one. And what's that in your hand? It's a book! Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until I had a cup of sleepless. I'm proud to say that I have a small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. And with as many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomach aches, it's entirely possible we'll find new variety of herbs among our harvest. Was that supposed to be storm arches or something? Because I don't remember. Was that the end of the summoner thing? Is that where like the guildmaster of this new summoner stuff? But it's kind of being dealt with the old Don Lalafell, or is it that he's the guildmaster now? I don't remember. It's been like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's been about 3 years since I've done that quest. No, it's been longer than that. When did I upload the first episode of this series again? It would have been sometime during that month. Was the last time I, no, not in that month. Was it be that month? I know it took me a month to get from the beginning of the game to the end of Dawn Trail, so. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lumos. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Spheen's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth.
I mean, we've seen it in living memory. Remember the duels?
Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at Midway Point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Treno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Treno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, the city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Oh, are you Levin sick?
Is aught the matter, Lowell?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so.
And there's a big monster on our way. I think it might have broke. Is it out of batteries?
No, 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 no! She's going to kill me! Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electro engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
We're about to watch a grown man die. It's vibrating. At the moment, she should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. You mean before you change your mind?
matters? Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see?
Is this the second or third time I've seen a Lalafell do this? Because the guy on... What was it? The blood... Not the Blood Sands. The guy who has that big resort in Elanosha did something similar. I think in one quest. I don't remember what it was though.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. Well, you'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
I have an idea! We bring down living memory and use the electrope to fix these barriers. That thing's just made out of electrope, and it doesn't have a use.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
And maybe we can, also do research into find the lost terminals. Because we found one was lost in the void between spaces. And we were told that many were lost.
You got rid of them? Just like that?
So, the mine is safe for mining again. Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrobe over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
Wait a minute. What about the skyscrapers that we saw when we were in living memory? What about those things? Are they also just floating? I saw one in the background when we landed. I totally forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I'm Kryl, and this is Zedman. Accompanying Lumil is Grahatia, our technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I can't handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mine, though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to the discharge ether of slain creatures. I'd offer you the detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lumil has managed to break it yet again, I do have this though. Toss some at a sprite and you can suppress its ability to sense ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them. We'll keep it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities. We need to keep our medical services running or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to the thoroughfares. That will allow you to spot them well in advance. I would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? Though you can scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. No lightning sprites. Oh, are they in the fields? Yep, it's going... Oh. Lightning sprites. The time to test your tossing arm has arrived. I don't know why, but they kind of remind me of I was gonna say it has a dragon symbol. Mention this power to lightning sprite as a swift kick in the head is to anyone with a head, generally speaking. Okay, so they have these other houses. And then we have these tiny houses. The hell? It seems I could understand. Are these like extensions to the building? No, they're not. They're not attached. And these are places of business, so... In fact, they have the exact same signs as these two places. You're back. Were there many sprites? Just a handful on your route, then. Could be worse. So, it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. I don't know what this is, but I'm getting it. Should be in this bag, right? Yeah. Crowley, it's taken a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Would you check on her? She started off in the direction of Town Hall. There are several diminutive folk about. None appear to be Kryl. Perhaps one of them spotted her passing through. You're looking a mite lost there, lad. I can help with. I presume you mean Kryl. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward striking up a conversation after that, and it had been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease, like Miali. I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. Had a touch of melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Don't think it was something I said, but I know that if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she welcomed the company of a good friend right now. No, she's gone to the card tournaments. She's doomed. Especially if Sid is here.
Were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear?
Just takes the ear off the top of the head. Here you go. Crowd, that's kind of insensitive. I don't have ears. These things are to make me feel like I have some, but I don't.
The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it, remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever.
Why not? So far I've been doing that between here and the first. I mean the source and the first, so...
When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents... It struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have.
Crow, if it should have, you probably would be... very old. Actually, you probably would have died of old age by now.
That is why I had to learn more of this place. And the me I could have been. I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source?
Crow, we've been here for probably an hour.
Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. And when I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept her waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself too much trouble, unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno. built by the Hune and the Eldite before the Malala came.
So, Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Kral, we already knew this! We knew this because Sphene told us that it was by Treno where they first appeared, and that's the reason why there are so many in Treno.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the storm surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. But Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
I know who she's talking about. She's talking about Mole Man.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
The place isn't really restored to its former glory, I think. Then again, it might be. It's been a whole expansion since I've been there.
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Malala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes, or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
Toward trouble. Earlier, you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Roja. But how much trouble is that precisely? One would think they would have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it, Miali's curiosity is sated. For the moment, I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. Soon was most, she was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seemed she knew of the relic long before we did, and we should discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I have a question. Does this mean that the people here might know about their version of Makote's and Aura? Because they have yet to question Graha, Y'shtola, or my character at all. I should love to go straightway, but we are awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miali herself is making her rounds through the city. We have time.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have.
I think I finally figured out what Raha sounds like. It sounds like he bit his tongue.
Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelter. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelter.
Oh god, is something coming through the railway now?
The doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelter.
The Doom Train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom Train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
Isn't somebody going to carry her?
It seems my services are required once more.
Okay, good work, Graha. It's your job to carry her. Because remember, she still has that she has paralysis that flares up, so we need somebody near her.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
I'm going to go fight another train now. I can't suplex this one, but I'm going to fight it.
While destroying the Doom Train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head on. That's madness.
I fought against harder odds.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So, we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Ayane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lomal.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
So what are the two of you gonna do? Because I know I'm gonna have to summon about another 7 people. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it is Zedman. But we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Tyranno's gate, so we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Yashtol and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. Zedman, while you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to the defenses of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. I'm not going to space, though. Yeah, going as fast as we can. I don't know, is sprinting or riding faster? Right. The place we're headed is the Bettini Depot. Although Treno has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus, we'll be taking a hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo's equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Bettini? Well, that's your problem. Certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Give me my determination. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. And we make for Bettini with all haste. I'll have us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it'll plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
Okay, let's take a look around first before I call an episode. Because, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get into the trial, so I'll see you all.